Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden and today we got part 2 of the top 50 sports cars for students under $10,000. Yesterday we did part 1. Go watch that if you haven't already. And today we're going to finish it off with the top 25. We did the first 25 before, now we're doing the 25 now. And the only reason why I'm even doing this, guys, is because you guys got me to 10,000 subscribers. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. This took a long time to make, but it was well worth it for the amount of support that you guys have given me. You guys are amazing. I appreciate everything you do for me. A couple disclaimers before we get into it. The only cars that are actually in order based off my opinion are the top 10. So any car before the top 10 are kind of just being thrown in there because it's kind of hard to rank 50 cars like actually seriously. So they can all be switched around based on your circumstances. On top of that, every car is only going to get 30 seconds instead of the usual 1 minute of like screen time. And I'm only going to talk about them really quick. They're going to get one shot and that's it, just to save time because it would be hours long if I didn't. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'll mention anything else if I think about it in the video, but let's get right into it. All right, so starting part 2 off very strong. Number 25, it is the Nissan 240SX S14, which comes with a 2.4 liter inline 4, making 155 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, and it is literally just a better version of the S13. The only difference being the looks. And I'm going to say the most controversial thing on my channel, and no, it's not that I don't like Chick-fil-A. It's that the S14 Coupe, in my opinion, looks way better than the S13. All right, I said it. I think the S14 Coupe is so beautiful. I'm not going back on it. But if the looks aren't enough, it literally is just a better version and is somehow cheaper because everybody wants the S13s. Number 24 is the MazdaSpeed 3, which comes with a 2.3 liter turbocharged inline 4 that makes 263 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive in such a good looking hatchback. Like, they are just so well put together when it comes to the looks alone, but they also have an impressive tuning potential that you wouldn't expect. But if the hatchback isn't your style, then the MazdaSpeed 6 is another great option. It's pretty much the same car, has 4 doors, and it's all wheel drive. But the MazdaSpeed 3, it's like one of my favorite hatchbacks ever built, so it deserves a spot. Number 23 is the Audi S4 B5, which comes with a 2.7 liter twin turbocharged V6 that makes 250 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive. And if you want an insane tuner car that's also extremely underrated, this is easily your best bet under 10K. These cars, man, they are freaking scary. I don't know what Audi was thinking when they came out with this car, but I love it. It is my personal favorite Audi S4 ever made, but I do understand why someone would rather have a newer model because they look more modern and stuff. But the S4 B5, like, come on, man, it's such a good car. Number 21 is the Lexus SC300, which comes with a 3 liter inline 6, making 225 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive. And it pains me to put this car not in the top 10. I love the Lexus SC so much, but I will admit, for the manual ones, they are so overpriced right now that it's actually crazy. But they do have a great engine that is literally an NA Supra engine. They look so good. I'm sorry, I don't know why, but they just look so good to me. Like, oh, they're so beautiful. And they are master drift cars while still being very comfortable. Top 20. Number 20 is the BMW 330ci E46. It comes with a 3 liter inline 6, making 225 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, and it's one of the best cars in the world right now to get into drifting for the price that they are. They are cheaper than an E36 and better in every way besides looks, but looks are up to you anyways. If you like the E46 better, then good for you. On top of that, they will give you the money back if you're smart enough because the car is a BMW, and BMWs always have this little dip that the E46 is in right now that they eventually crawl out of and then skyrocket in price again. Number 19 is the Nissan 300ZX Z32, which comes with a 3 liter V6 that makes 222 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, and they are slowly becoming one of the JDM legends. So if you really want to get one, get your hands on one very soon because they are going to rocket, and I mean rocket, in price. I can already see it happening. So many people talk about these cars nowadays. It's crazy. They're also kind of like unknown to the outside world that aren't in the car community. So I know that a lot of people always get asked like what kind of car it is when they own one, which is always cool to see. Number 18 is the Honda Civic SI EK. The EK stands for Elephant King, which comes with a 1.6 liter inline four, making 160 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive, and they are the pinnacle of a tuner car. I love Hondas. I know a lot of people don't love Hondas, but hey, it's my list, and I think that they are such legends of cars, man. I'm not gonna lie. You can pick one up for under $5,000, put $1,000 into it to buy a turbo kit, and make close to 300 horsepower for only that much money while being so lightweight. Number 17 is the Ford Focus ST, which comes with a 2-liter turbocharged inline four, making 252 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive, and honestly a pretty damn good car for tuning and daily driving. But I don't know, I just never really liked the looks of this car. I never really liked hatchbacks in general, and this car kind of and while this car is good, they don't like stand out at all to me. I know the Focus guys are going to come at me now, but come on, man, they aren't that special to me, but they are still a very good car. Obviously, I put it 17th. It just doesn't have anything that like stands out against the competition. Number 16 is the BMW 540i E39, which comes with a 4.4 liter V8 that makes 282 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive, and such an underrated car in my eyes. They make some insane horsepower and are still a BMW that just looks absolutely amazing. Put some freaking nice wheels on it, lower it a bit, and you got yourself not only a nice show car, but still a very fast BMW that has potential to be even more fun. I don't know how people don't talk about this car more. It is such a legend. It should be on the same terms as the E36. Number 15 is the Acura Integra GSR, which stands for Go Little Rockstar. Oh, wait. You know what? That won't work. Go Small Rockstar. That's what it stands for. And it comes with a 1.8 liter inline four, making 170 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive. And such a tuner legend once again. I feel like a broken record this video with how much I keep saying that they're good tuner cars, but that's because they all are in a way. Cars under 10K are usually really good at that. The Integra, however, is so much better in my eyes than a Civic. I mean, they kind of have the same potential, while the Integra just looks a little bit better. Like, that's pretty much the whole point. Number 14 is the Lexus IS300, which comes with a 3-liter inline six that makes 225 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive, and they are just such a beast when it comes to drifting. I think personally that this is the best choice for a drift car under 10K, besides one more car that we're going to be talking about later. But they are pretty much the same as the SC300, which, as you guys know, I love, but with a much shorter wheelbase that makes it even better for handling. Once again, it's hard to find them in manual though, which does kind of suck, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. Number 13 is the Audi S4 B7, which comes with a 4.2 liter V8 that makes 340 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive, and they are just absolutely sick, man. I love them so much. I think the B7 S4 is easily the best S4 ever built. Not really for looks, but for power and looks combined. They have a freaking German V8 in it, making 340 horsepower out of factory. If you put a turbo on one, they can be insane, man. Like, it's not my personal favorite, as I said before, that's the V5, but I think it's the best. Number 12 is the Subaru WRX Blobeye, which comes with a 2.5 liter turbocharged flat four that makes 225 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive. And they have one of the biggest communities in the world for them, and it makes sense why. The WRX is just an all-around good car. It doesn't do anything like great. It doesn't like smack the competition out of the park, but it doesn't do anything bad either. It's good for daily driving. It's good for fun. It's good for building it. What more could you want? Finally, into the top 10s, these are the cars that actually matter, that I actually put in order from the ones that I think are the worst to the best. And number 10 is the Infiniti G37 Coupe, which comes with a 3.7 liter V6 that makes 330 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, and they look so classy, but so aggressive at the exact same time, which is great. Plus, I think everybody would agree with me that the 370Z is a solid sports car, and if they were under 10K, they would easily be on this list. And what do you get when you cross the 370Z with luxury? The G37, man. It has the same engine, but is more comfy, so it deserves the spot. Number 9 is the Hyundai Genesis Coupe. Such an underrated car. It comes with a 3.8 liter V6 that makes 348 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive, and it was one of Hyundai's first attempts ever at making a good sports car, and I think they freaking smashed it out of the park with this one. The looks alone carry this car to the top, but if that isn't your style, the car comes with a naturally aspirated V6 that makes 350 horsepower already, which is hard for most companies to do in a V6. And on top of that, if you don't want that engine, they came with a 2-liter turbocharged inline four that's really good for tuning. So, I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. Number 8 is the Ford Mustang GT S197. It comes with a 4.6 liter V8 that makes 300 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive, and that's why I put the Genesis Coupe in the top 10. Ford couldn't get the same horsepower out of a freaking V8, all right? Jokes aside, though, the car is very good for being just a speed demon. Mustangs have been and always will be a very good drag car at heart, and building one is super easy to do. Plus, everyone knows a Mustang is fast, all right? I don't gotta tell you guys that. Number 7 is the Infiniti Q50, which comes with a 3-liter V6 that makes 300 horsepower, and it was either all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, and looks amazing, man. It is the ultimate luxury sports car under 10K, hands down. It has such good features to make your ride a little comfy, so you can be all like comfy cozy in the back seat of your car, but it also is still very fast when you want it to be, so you can be like the body lines on these cars took what the G37 Coupe did with the aggressive yet classy styling and did it even better. Number 6 is the Chevy Camaro SS 5th generation, which comes with a 6.2 liter V8 that makes 426 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive. And this car is the highest horsepower number car on this list. That's saying something because we've had some pretty heavy hitters. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even like Camaros that much, but when I saw how much they make and how much they go for, I have to give them the respect that they deserve. Plus, they have an LS in it, so if you somehow turn into freaking Dale Earnhardt overnight and don't think that this car is fast enough, you can easily make it faster. All right, now into the top 5. And for the top 5, each of these cars I have picked to be the best for a certain thing, okay? So like, they aren't necessarily the top 5 best cars if you're looking for a certain type of car, but they are the best in their category. And number 5 is the Subaru WRX Hawkeye, which comes with a 2.5 liter turbocharged flat 4 making 225 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive. And this car is the ultimate daily driver for under 10K. I know you think that they have head gasket issues and that I'm wrong, but that only happens once you start upping the boost. Be safe and smart though, and keep the car stock while still having fun because it still makes a lot of power, and this thing will pay off for you easily. It's good on gas mileage, it's cheap to maintain, there's plenty of space, and it's still an all-around fun car to drive for under 10K, which is well worth it in my opinion. Number 4 is the Acura RSX Type S, and it comes with a 2-liter inline-4 making 201 horsepower, and it was front-wheel drive, and they are the ultimate car for tuning. I know it's a controversial thing to say, but I mean it. The K20 that this car has is just so good for building power, and since it is still a Honda, the parts to do so are super dirt cheap. Tuners literally all over the world love these things and constantly swap the freaking K-series motors that they come with into everything, and I think it deserves the title for the best tuner car under 10K all day long. Plus, they look really good. This is like one of the best Hondas in my opinion, so that also is good. Third best car under $10,000 is the Chevy Corvette C5. It comes with a 5.7 liter V8 that makes 350 horsepower, and it was rear wheel drive, and these cars are the best in the world for being just a purebred drag car. Yes, you can argue that any car can be a drag car if you modify it enough, but this car does it the best and for the cheapest. And I don't only mean like drag strip racing like quarter miles. If you're doing that, then maybe you want to buy like a Fox body or something. I'm talking about like highway roll racing. This car is just such a unit when it comes to building power. It has an LS in it, which obviously helps, but since it's pretty lightweight and has great aerodynamics, it's easily the best like street racing car out there, so it gets the spot. And finally, first place, it is the BMW 335i E92. It comes with a 3-liter twin turbocharged inline-6 that makes 300 horsepower, and it was either all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, and they are just such good cars under $10,000. I don't know what it is about them that I would never buy one. I know that makes me sound literally insane because I put it in the number 1 spot, but I don't know. I just don't like the looks of them, to be honest. But either way, they are number 1 for a reason. They are the best car, in my opinion, under $10,000. They have insane tuning potential. They are amazing for street racing. The engine that the car came with, the N54, is commonly referred to as the German 2J because of how easy it is to get power out of. The absolute only downside in the world that I can possibly think of when it comes to the 335i is the fact that the engine is unreliable if you don't take care of it. But if you are a good car owner and you do a little bit extra maintenance than you should, you'll be fine. It's still a car. It is just the all-around best. You can do anything with an E92, and I love that. Or just a 335i. It doesn't have to be an E92. But that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, comment another video you guys want to see down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. Wow, I can't believe we just did that. I'm literally like losing my breath. So I just did that all in one take, just so you know. But wow, thank you guys so much for 10K. It was well worth it. I loved doing this, but at the same time, I never want to do it again. So it was fun. But that's it. All right, maybe we'll do like a ultimate list if we ever get to like something insane, but I'm not gonna make any promises right now just because I don't know. But thank you guys so much for all the support, man. It means the world to me that I could do this and know that I'm gonna get support from it, and it's cool to see that stuff. So thank you guys so much. If I missed any cars, which I probably did, or if I got anything wrong, you already know what to do, baby. Leave the comment down below. Leave the comment down below. Also, I didn't say it in the beginning of this video, so if you want to support the channel even more than you already are, my freaking dogs down here. But if you want to support the channel even more than you already are, head on over to www.smoothstance.com/shop. Get out of here. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Das Vidania. Have a nice night.